The double cup method is one of the easiest and most foolproof ways of germinating seeds. It is extremely versatile and can be used to grow a wide variety of seeds. It is easy to regulate moisture in the soil, and if desired, you can place a piece of saran wrap over the top to create a greenhouse effect. What you'll need to successfully do the double cup method is, obviously, as the name implies, you'll need 2 cups. These are just plastic, disposable, like red Solo style cups. You'll need something like a nail or something else sharp to help poke a hole in the bottom. Obviously, you're going to need your favorite seeds. So in this case, I'm using mint. You'll need potting soil. And then optionally, you can also use saran wrap. And then I like to use a couple small pebbles at the bottom just to help assist with drainage. Now, to do this, you're going to take your 1 cup and you want to poke a couple holes in the bottom. Now, to make this a little bit easier, I'm going to go over to my oven, and we're going to start that up, and we'll take our nail, and I'm going to hold it in a pair of pliers there so I don't burn myself. Whoops. And then what we're going to do, we're just going to heat this nail over the flame, just for a couple seconds, not too badly long. And then, once that nail is nice and hot, we're going to take it and just poke 5 to 6 holes in the bottom of this cup. And you might need to heat up the nail a couple times just to really make sure it gets in there. So I'm going to heat it up again. And make sure these holes are fairly wide too. The wider they are, the better drainage you're going to have. Once that nail's hot, again, we're going to go a couple more holes. And I might actually go back in and widen up some of these previous holes, just so that it drains a little bit better. Keep going, keep going. All right. And I think that'll be about good. So once you have the holes punctured into your cup, you turn off that flame, and then come back over here. And we're going to place this cup inside of our other cup. Now, this cup obviously doesn't have any holes because you don't want water leaking out. And then actually one thing that I like to do, I like to put a couple pebbles into the bottom of this cup just so that the water drains a little bit better. It'll keep the cups a little bit more separated. And then, boom. So see, there's a little bit more of a gap in between these cups now, so you have more space for water to flow. Now you're going to take your potting soil and you're going to loosely spoon it into the cup. Alright, now once we have all of our soil into the cup as so, we're going to take our packet of seeds and we're going to open it up. And then I like to do a thing that's called overseeding. So basically all that means is you're putting more than 1 seed into the hole. This basically just assures that you have a good germination rate. So we're actually going to poke a couple holes in the top just because we're growing mint and it's pretty small. So put a little holes, and then we're going to take our seeds and I'm just going to take a pinch and put a couple in each little hole there and cover them up just as you would planting anything. There's our seeds going in. I might need a couple more here. There we go. Alright, so now that we have our seeds in the hole as so, optionally, what you can do, if you want to create that greenhouse effect that I was talking earlier, you can take your saran wrap and just cut off a little square, and if you just loosely place it on the top, you don't want to like cinch it down or anything because you still want it to be able to breathe a little bit, but if you put it on the top, that'll create a nice humid greenhouse effect that for some seeds it can help them germinate a little bit faster. Now, filling this up, it's super, super easy. All you're going to do is you're going to take your cup, your bottom cup, and we're going to go over to my sink here. It's a little bit dirty from some soil. But anyways, we're going to fill it about halfway up with water. There we go, right about halfway there. And then we're going to come back here, and we're going to take our cup with the soil, and we're just going to set it right in there, and it's going to float. Now it'll take a couple minutes for this to go down, but as this goes down, it will basically absorb all of that water into the soil. Alright, so now that our cup is all the way down in the soil, all that water is pretty much gone all the way up into the soil, and it's really moistened the soil from the bottom up, which moistening from the bottom up will actually help prevent a lot of problems such as rot around like the base of your seedlings once they start growing as well. And then in order for it not to be overly moist, you're going to come back to your sink. You're going to lift out this top cup and see how it's dripping there. We're going to basically let that drip until the dripping slows. And then you're going to take all the excess water in the bottom cup and pour it out, because we don't need that. Alright, so you can see that that dripping is starting to slow down a little bit. We might give it a shake or two just to help get that water out. There we go. And now that it's slowing down, we can put it back into our bottom cup there. And then any excess moisture that still could be in it is all going to drain into that bottom space that we have there now with those pebbles. And this will be an excellent way to start your seeds. All you have to do is once the soil starts feeling a little bit dry to the touch, again, just fill that bottom cup about halfway up with water, let this top cup sink into it, and then dump out the excess. That's all there is to it. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give a like, a comment, and maybe even subscribe. I'll see you next time.